Welcome back to 7-3 Times We Lit. This is episode 2. We got a guest this time. I told you I was going to have lit guests. My first guest, she's very special. We worked together in the past. We're going to continue to work together in the future. She's not just a regular actress. She's a screenplay actress. She's a stage play actress. She's lit. I'm not going to do too much introduction, but I want to introduce y'all to Tasha.
Personally, it doesn't make sense. Well, she's not our friend.
We lit. I appreciate you for coming on to the show. Pew, 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 you know what I'm saying? I wanna thank you for showing up on the show, for being the first guest. I've had some guinea pigs in the past, so those interviews are coming soon. But Tasha's no guinea pig. Tasha is very special.
Yes.
Okay, so tell the people a little bit about yourself. Like, number one, how did you get into acting in the first place?
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate, you keeping me in mind. How did I get into acting? It's a pretty long story. So I initially started researching acting because my family and friends kept saying that it was something they could see me doing. And it happened in a point in my life where I was just soul searching, and I was really trying to figure out my purpose, and I couldn't for the life of me. So I did some research on acting. I'm just okay, I keep hearing it. Let me just see what it's about. And I found acting school. Child, it was a scam.
Yeah, a lot of art schools are kind of hard. Just I'm putting it out there a little bit. They kind of hard.
You really have to do your research because there's some illegitimate acting schools out here, and your girl almost got caught up. But I got the opportunity to be in Creed 2 as an extra, and that whole experience was just crazy. But it was so weird because I felt like I was at home in the weirdest way ever. I felt so comforted, and I was okay, I think this is it. I left my old acting school. I found an actual acting school, the one that I'm at right now, and yeah, it's been lit ever since.
The rest is history. Then she met your boy, and now everybody's life has changed. My life has changed. Her life is, you know what I'm saying?
Don't make me start singing, okay?
So just to go into some background about how me and Tasha met, another guest, I'm not going to reveal him yet, but another guest that's going to be on the show introduced me to Tasha because I was working on a short film. I have written a short film that I wanted to get out, and I wanted somebody that would just sell this role. I needed somebody that, and if you know me, you know that I was working with, somebody for a long time, and I just had one person. But I wanted to branch out, and I wanted to work with a different female actress, but I needed her to be good. I needed her to be really good. And Tasha is beyond really, really good. So we worked together on a film that still might be coming out. I'm not sure yet. But y'all going to see some clips. Because you know what's going on. You know what's going on with the production on that. But y'all going to see some clips throughout this interview. I know I probably already put a couple up by now. And she blew me away. So after quarantine is done, we're going to get right back to work. Speaking of quarantine, how have you been? How have you been surviving during quarantine? Just life-wise. Not even as an artist, but just
Oh, man. It's so weird because I feel like an artist... that word is kind of it can be an interchangeable thing, I'm separate from my art, but I am an artist.
Right.
It's kind of hard to keep that balance now that everything has been just altered and
flipped upside down.
It's you want to maintain good mental health and peace and make sure that you as an individual, you're okay. But then it's a part of you is the art. Is for me, it's the acting, and it's being creative and using that as my outlet because that's what's gotten me through the past few years. So I don't know. I feel like I've been trying. Some days I've felt really unmotivated. haven't felt like doing anything, and it's tough because it's like, dang, like I'm supposed to be working on my craft every day, and I do, right? But some days it's just like, oh, I need like a break, and you got to make sure like mentally like you're okay. So it's just been tough. I feel like I've just been trying to adjust and just really listen to my body, like when I'm feeling like off and I just need a break, like I make sure that I take it. But then the other days, most days, and I'm just feeling like, oh my God, like I need to do something creative, like
it just pulls at your soul. Like I know, like with me, it's like if I'm not doing something, it feels like something is missing. Like it just feels incomplete. Like, I had to. That's why I started this YouTube channel. That's one of the reasons why, because I was like, I have to be doing something. Like, I've been working, I've been editing for other people, and I've been like, doing different things like that. But I need something for me. Like, I need something that like, and this channel is a cool way to get some of that creative energy out. But like, it's not that easy for an actress, because like your job usually relies on having other people around. So it's like, how do you, like, as an actress, like, how do you think you can get some of that creative energy out?
Well, I had to transition from physical class to like online classes, and that's been a little tough because it reminds me of like college. Like it feels like a lecture hall, and I feel like there's so much that you can get out of that that's really useful. But like I can't I can't go on Zoom and like start acting
fully right.
It's just it's weird because it's like you want to make sure that you're feeding like your creative hunger, and it's also weird because like in class we have a saying, every day you either get a little better or a little worse. I don't have no time at all to like backtrack. So it's like the online classes, they've been really informative. We've been really delving into like the business side of things, like the show business part of things. We've been having like guest speakers, and we've been breaking down scripts and just learning about like choices and stuff like that. But it still is like, oh God, like I want to go on stage, because before pre-quarantine, pre-pandemic, when I would go to school, it would be 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursday nights, right? Every single week. And when we would go to class, it's not a lecture hall at all. It's literally a stage. Like we have a whole stage, and you would go up and you would just work on, whatever it was that you needed to work on for the class. So it's like, it's a big adjustment, but I'm trying to not really focus on that because I feel like you can really just get caught up in it.
That could throw your whole thing off.
Active. But I will say it's weird because like, I write, and I just haven't had the urge to like write anything. Oddly enough, but I don't know. I've just really been trying to keep busy, but again, listen. Like I've been trying to listen to my body and not overwhelm myself, because I feel like now you hear about people and they're going through such awful things. There's a lot of like depression that seems to be just hitting people, especially I feel like for creatives like us, where we're just used to going out and making content and like using it, like I said, like as an outlet. It's just an adjustment, I'm trying to.
I feel like with us too, it's the whole underlying thing of you have to be doing something at all times. Like, going on social media and like looking at your timeline and seeing that the overall narrative is, if you're not doing something, then if you're not working, then you wasn't a hustler in the first place. And it's just like, yeah, but a lot of us have been working for so long. Like I know, like, especially with you, I know with me, like I'm always working, doing something. And like, I forget to sometimes eat. I forget to sometimes like, spend time with people I love enough, or do different things. And like this quarantine has made me, the only people I see is my family now. The only people I see is like the only thing that I really do, like the majority of the time, especially for the beginning of quarantine, was chill. Like I was just in here, watching TV, playing video games. I haven't done that in forever. I've been playing games. I've been like, so like, and now, it's like, I know that's a big thing for a lot of artists, is like, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be just chilling, or am I supposed to like be working my ass off so that when I come out, I'm like, and I feel like it shouldn't be either. It should be you do like what you said, you listen to your body. Like you listen to, if you have the urge to create, go create. But if you have the urge to just slow down and chill, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So,
and like you said, like social media, I feel like, you literally just said it, like it makes you think that you're not allowed to like take time, and that it makes you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like you need to be getting everything right away. You need to be doing stuff, because if you're not, someone else is, and that's not always the case. I feel like people put their best moments on social media, so you don't really get
and
to
a lot of people be lying. A lot of people be lying on social media too.
A lot of cap.
It's a lot of cap. A whole lot of cap on social media.
A whole lot of cap. But like it's like you said, like you can't really listen to it, because then you kind of get caught up in this thing, and it just kind of just down spirals from there. So.
It'll eat you alive.
But yeah, I'm trying to be like you, man. I see you making music now.
Man, I'm trying. She giving away videos, man. I wasn't supposed to know that yet. I might have to cut that. I might have to cut it out.
Yeah,
might have to edit it out. But yes, I've been,
here first. Okay?
Y'all see the stuff in the back, the Akai. Hold on, I'm trying to point to it. The Akai and the Joe. I've been trying. Your boy been trying to learn how to produce. Yeah. But yeah, I've been trying to stay busy. Trying to learn. Come out of this quarantine better. But at the same time, not just better skill-wise, but better peace of mind-wise. Because, like these last couple of years, I've been through a lot personally in my personal life. So I'm trying to, heal those traumas, and at the same time, further my craft. So, I know a lot of people aren't even thinking of that. They're just thinking of, I don't have a way to get money, or I don't have a way to, do this or do that. But really, your mental health is just as important, if not more important, than all of those things. So stay out of your own head. Stay out your own way. You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about the money thing?
Let's talk about the money thing.
I don't think that, like, as a creative, you should be doing it for money.
Right.
At least acting.
Mm-hmm. If you're trying to get into a craft, like an art, and you're getting in it to like, I can make a quick bag, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Even though my last video, I was talking about how you can make money being a videographer, but I didn't go into being a videographer saying, this is how I can make money. As you clearly can see, I was surprised when I actually started making real money. I was surprised. So if you go in with the attitude of like, all right, let me get a quick bag, you're going to fail. You're going to stay here the whole time. You might make a little money, but you're going to stay here. So, and then when stuff like this happens, then you're not even in that mindset to figure out what you can do, because you're so stuck on this, like, this will make me money, and now it's gone, now what? So it's like, you have to have an open mind and constant. But I didn't mean to take your whole thing. Go ahead.
No. Listen, you took the words out of my mouth. And I feel like your job, people don't understand that, like, your job, I think, is way more difficult than our job. Crew, listen, let me tell y'all something about the crew of any type of project. It is like the most intricate thing you can ever do in your life. I thought acting was tough, right? It's tough, but it's fun. Crew work, woo. Y'all.
Let me say something. So I feel like acting in the technical half. I feel like for me, my goal is to put down the camera and I just focus on directing and writing. Like, I don't want to shoot. So, I love to shoot, but I don't want to do it. I want to focus more on other things. But I feel like with acting, because I've done a little bit of acting, just a little bit. I've done a little bit. Like, I feel like, and I don't think I'm good at all. I'm not saying I'm good. I think I'm awful actor. But what I'm saying is, like, I've watched and directed a lot of actors in a lot of different times, and what I learned is that I feel like emotionally, that's where all of the tax comes for actors. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, emotion, like, it could be taxing, because I know a lot of different actors or actresses, they pull from their emotions to get their performances. Mm-hmm. So I know that can, after a while, that can, like, be a huge thing, that leaks into your everyday life.
Yeah. That's honestly why like a lot of big actors, after movies, especially like movies where they play like a villain, they go and they seek some type of like therapy or like counseling just
Right.
to make sure that mentally they're okay. Because what people don't understand is like, yeah, you're playing like a character, but in every character there is a piece of you, and so
Right.
it's literally like you go through whatever your character goes through. So if you're set to get like your heart broken, it's not your character, it's literally happening to you. It feels real, like, and
If
it's
you're a good
tough.
actor, if
if,
you're
if
good.
you're
If you're trash,
Woo,
I don't know if
shady
you.
here,
I
he got
don't know if.
shady here.
I don't know if you're gonna feel what she talking about if you trash, but I mean, you might. I don't know. How has this whole quarantine changed your perspective on life in general? Like, do you look at life differently than you looked at it before the pandemic started?
I look at life differently. I would say, yeah, this is like a huge life altering thing. Um, and it really just made me come to like a lot of harsh realities, I think, just about my personal life. Like, oh man, it's so crazy because I felt like I was just getting, like, I hit the ground running, and then like this pandemic happened, and it just was like, oh no, like, no, like everything just started to change. And I feel like as an actor, I don't think that I really took into account how adjustable we have to be. Like, I know that we have to like adjust, like the industry is constantly changing, but like I just didn't, I don't think I realized like how much like things were going to change, like
Movie theaters are
mentally.
getting shut down. Movie theaters are getting shut down.
Oh my god.
That's something that kills me.
And I'm not going to get into the politic talk, but somebody got to see me because
That might be another video for another day. I might have to bring Tasha on again, and we just strictly talk about that because that's a whole nother thing.
oh my
But
god, I mean,
mentally,
it's funny too because I read like this article and it was saying like how the business is most likely going to dramatically change post quarantine, like how they're not sure if a lot of movie theaters are going to make it, and they gave like some really big predictions about like these big businesses like Amazon, for example, acquiring movie theaters and how that would just change everything. Like, and they mentioned like having like these, I think they called it like a triplex in the article, and how they would be splitting up just like different forms of entertainment. So like you could see a movie here or maybe a live concert in the same vicinity, but on another part of the building. Like they just were giving some really crazy predictions, but it made a lot of sense. And I don't know, it's just been crazy, like to think that we are literally like I'm confined to my house. I can't go in. Like there's people dying and getting sick, like, and people are out here treating it like it's a joke. Y'all out here at the beach, like it's just, like it's I don't get it. It's just a lot. It's a lot to take in, and especially because it's never happened like this before. Like, yeah, we've had maybe illnesses, but not to this capacity. Like, literally, life as we know it has been changed, and I don't think anyone really knows for sure how it will be once this thing begins to clear up. And it seems like it's kind of moving that way now, but who really knows? You know, the media is just a mess, so we don't really get accurate information all the time. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my eyes peeled and just trying to read up on stuff because, you know, for you and I, with us having different roles, but within like the same industry, I know that things are really going to change a lot for us. But I did hear that there's going to be like a lot of opportunities once things open up, which is great. And I feel like I keep saying this to like everybody that I know that acts it's such a great time to be like a Black creative because they are literally looking for people like us, especially if you're good. Like, you know, like there's not, like, we're so underrepresented, it's crazy. And acting, I feel like there's so many like white actors, so their chances are a lot more difficult than someone like me, who is a Black female actress, you know, looking for work. It's just like, it's the opportunities that are going to come in are just, they were crazy before, but I think they're going to be way bigger now because, you know, they halted production since like early March. So there's literally nothing being made. We are almost in month 4 now. So I know that there's a lot of writers that have been writing things. So I know as soon as everything opens up, you know, it's going to be lit for us.
I know I got some things, you know, I got some things coming out, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's you know, it's difficult. Like it's not like you said earlier, like, you know, you've been having trouble, you know, getting motivated to write. Like, you know, it's the same thing with me. Like, I haven't written anything this whole time, but that's been on my list. And I, you know, somebody actually, I was in my DMs not too long ago, and a guy that supports my stuff, he was like, "Yo, you been writing anything?" And I was like, "Damn, I haven't been writing anything." I was like, "That's not good," but I've been doing a lot of other things. So it's like, you know, then when I look at it like that, well, I did do everything else on my list that I wanted to do. So maybe now, you know, I should take some time and just watch movies and, like, you know, read, and like then I could start writing, and then, you know, my whole checklist will be complete. But the reason I say that is you don't have to do everything at once. Like, you know, everything could have its own set time when you feel like it, because I'm pretty sure this we're not going back to normal anytime soon. So, like, take your time and, like, do what you need to do, but don't kill yourself to do it. So leads me to my next question. After quarantine is over, as an actor, you know, being in a close contact field, how do you think your mindset will change, or how do you think this will affect, you know, the roles that you look for, or, you know, the different, the you know, the mindset that you're in while you're on set, you know, whether it be stage play or, you know, on set or screenplay? Like, how does your mind change after this?
You know, I've really been thinking about that a lot lately. And I think that naturally I just am already concerned with stuff like that. Like, I'm a really big germaphobe. Um, but now I'm really going to be like super conscious of it, especially because I'm not like a union actor. You know, like when you're a part of SAG, their whole thing, like their whole purpose is to protect you as the actor, like make sure that you're not in any harsh working conditions, like you're being paid enough, that, you know, like they really take your health into consideration. Me being non-union, and it's just me, you know,
You're just
like
out here.
I'm just
Out here like, yo, what's up? What's up? I'm acting. What's
oh
up?
my God. And I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to keep my eyes open and make sure that if I see anything and if I feel like my health isn't being prioritized, we either got to come to some type of like agreement.
Which means more bread. So I know I'm playing.
Ooh, okay.
The bag. Where's the bag?
But like, I just, you know, it's just, I feel like it's a bit tougher for non-union folks because we have to kind of worry about ourselves. So I think that'll be my very first thing, because I can't get sick. My immune system is just awful. So she don't hold me down at all. So yeah, so I'm gonna be definitely keeping my eyes peeled. I think the good thing for the union actors though is that they'll have like a lot of like regulations in place that'll take care of them. But yeah, I think when it comes to me auditioning for stuff, I'm just gonna have to give them like a disclaimer after I book, of course. Just
send that bag through.
Just letting them know, like, you know, like it's a serious thing. Like, there's so many ways to like fall. Like, there's so many risks that can put you and others in danger. And it's just so crazy because it's like normal shoot days are like 10 plus hours. And, you know, the longer you're up, the more prone you are to becoming sick.
Right.
So it's just like, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work. And then, like you mentioned, you know, like, depending on what kind of set you're on, there may be like a lot of people, a lot of extras, a lot of crew people, a lot of main actors, like more people.
It's a lot of risk.
Greater the risk. It's a lot of things to take into account. I think I'm just going to obviously be honest because I do not want any corona problems. I do not want any smoke. None
No
at
smoke
all. And,
at
yeah.
all.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to go with my gut and just make it very clear from the beginning. So, like, if someone is uncomfortable, like, well, listen, we work in 20-hour days over here, and you're going to be with 50 people. At least I made them aware in the very beginning,
Right.
you know, decide what to do from there. But,
But I know with me, you know, even as being, you know, being a director, you know, with me being on set, a lot of my production, well, any production that I'm on is usually mine. So
right.
they're not usually filled with a whole bunch of people. But, you know, I don't, you know, my mom has asthma. So, like, you know, I've been very, very, very cautious this whole time. I haven't left the house at all unless I'm going to their house or I'm going to the store. But I haven't gone anywhere or getting something to eat. But that's like in and out quick, you know. But I haven't been going to no gatherings. Wait, hold on. I got to talk to y'all for a second.
Listen, talk to him.
I see y'all outside. Stop. Stay in the crib. It's not over. Just because other states starting to open up a little bit, you know, they going crazy. You see, like in Atlanta, they having release parties and like they snapping over there in Atlanta. But listen, stay in the crib,
Yes.
please. I've been in the crib. I've been chilling. You know, stay in the crib.
Party in Philly. Did you hear about that?
You're lying.
I swear to God, I seen the flyer. I was like,
Y'all are wildin'.
y'all
Y'all wildin'. But on that note, is there any other things that you want to say regarding?
Yes. Okay. So, what regarding the virus?
Well, not the virus, but like acting in the virus, like acting, like.
Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Really prioritize your health. Like, really, really do that because if you're unhealthy, then nothing else matters. Don't feel pressured to like you said, like create or do something. Sometimes you just need a break. I meant to say earlier too, like you said that you're kind of just like normally just going, and I feel like I'm like the same way. Like I always have to work on acting, and what people don't understand is that for me, it's not. Yeah, it's work, but like it's fun. So like yeah, I'm working, but I'm having fun as well. So I can work on it mostly all day, every day, you know.
And
but
I didn't even notice that the whole day went away.
Yeah.
I didn't even peep.
And it's like, okay, like sometimes, yeah, you need a break, but just really don't, like, I would say don't feel pressured to do anything that you don't want to. Don't force yourself to feel like because you're creative or you're in this industry that you have to be writing or you have to be making content or like working. Like you're okay to take a break. You should be taking a break every so often. Like, and I can't wait until we finish this film that you and I have. Don't worry, I will not be giving out any spoilers, but I will say that it was just such a great project. I've never played a character like that, so that was cool. And yeah, just working with, listen, this is a PSA. I wish I had a mic. This is a PSA. Like, if you get the opportunity to work with Mr. Dante Knox, take it, okay? There are not too many people in Philly that have his, well, Okay, I'll say that there's not too many people in Philly that are like him. One, and I told you this before, like you have this innate like vision, like you're like a visionary, and I like that. Like I like to be surrounded by like people that
I
are
appreciate
just
that.
as creative as me. But you're also professional, like you take your craft serious. It's a lot of people out here making it seem like there's somebody that they're not, and you get sucked into doing a project, and then the project isn't good. They have you out here looking crazy.
Looking crazy. Mm-hmm.
You can't use anything in your reel. They don't feed you. Like it's just not a good.
I put Tasha onto Shake Shack. Put that on the record. I put Tasha. I got Tasha addicted to Shake Shack's chicken sandwiches. Shake Shack, I need my endorsement. That's what I'm feeding my actors. Shake Shack chicken sandwiches.
Oh, now I want one. When I say I freaking man, but I also hate them too. Man, listen, and I can't even go and get one. I mean, I could, but I'm a little scared.
I mean, you could, but I mean, yeah, I mean,
too.
Is it worth it? Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Probably not.
And the shakes, listen.
And the shakes.
When I say I love and hate this man, introducing me to Shake Shack, it just, yeah.
I might have to go get some Shake Shack tomorrow. I don't know. I might have to do it. One time. But Tasha, I really appreciate you for coming on the show. You're an amazing actor. I love working with you. I can't wait for us to work again. I can't wait for this to clear up and we can like get to work. I just said the same thing twice, but that's how passionate I am about working with Tasha, y'all. That's how passionate I am. But tell the people where they can find you at.
Oh, okay. I gotta get my social medias up. I'll be so private and okay, anyway.
It's all good.
You can find me on Instagram at Tasha. I mean, that's really the only social media I really use. The other ones I don't really check too often. So Instagram, Tash Shakur.
It's litty. It's lit.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I'm ready to get back to work. And hopefully y'all will be seeing this man's project that he allowed me to be on very soon.
And if you don't, you'll see like 15 other ones. So, I mean, it's not, we're going to get to work. But thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of 7-3 Times. Y'all know who I am. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like the video. Share the video. Hit the bell if you ain't already. I mean, this the third video. It's the third video in. If you ain't hit the bell, if you ain't subscribed, and if you ain't like this video, I assume that you're literally in the middle of doing those things. So go ahead and do it. We'll wait. We're not gonna wait. We don't got that much time. We're important people. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next episode. Holler at y'all.